Mary I of England was the daughter of Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon. She came to the throne after the passing of her brother, Edward, and he didn't want her to have the throne because he was a Protestant, she was a Catholic, and so he tried to give it to his cousin Jane. Mary lopped her head off. Mary's life was incredibly rough for a number of ways, and so the portrait that you see depicted here was only painted a few years prior to her passing. By this point, she likely had ovarian cancer. She was very anxious. She had a lot of mental health challenges. England had undergone a very wet period during her reign in which the sun did not shine. So this woman was essentially sequestered in her castle, a very damp castle, and just sick and sad, and it was a dark time. Here is a picture of Mary in her late teens. She was considered to be very beautiful, ruddy-cheeked, red-haired. Here's a sketch by Hans Holbein of Mary when she was much younger, and he's drawn her so beautifully. I mean, you can see the beauty in her here. Mary lived an incredibly hard life. She was born a princess of Catherine of Aragon and Henry VIII, and then became Lady Mary and had to be kind of a lady-in-waiting, a nanny to her own sister Elizabeth, and was stripped of her titles as the monarch's daughter. And her mother passed, and she was not allowed to see her mother again after the stripping of the titles. She went through such periods of sorrow in her life and just not knowing if she was going to survive until the next day. She did become queen though, and she took her throne fair and square, as it was deserved. Her husband was not kind to her. He was so much younger. They made fun of her for the clothes that she wore and the way that she presented herself because it was old lady-like, you know. She was beautiful in her youth though, and unfortunately her legacy lives on now as Bloody Mary, but that's our girl. She was strong, and I love her for it.